This is just a review as a vlogging camera, and it's Solo Traveler here. Today I'm going to take out the little Insta360, just the camera, not the action pod, and I'm going to give it a little test drive. I'm pretty sure that it's on the orientation lock, so I can hold it vertical, which I'm doing now, and horizontal, which I'm doing now. I didn't bring any of the magnetic stuff, the hat, the little pendant, but it does stick to the lamppost. So a little handheld walking video to see what the, I know the stabilization is pretty good in this thing. See what the audio is like at this stage. I do know that I'm going to have to be very careful with how I hold it, since I did not bring the little clip-on device, because I know that if I hold it in this hand, I think it's wide enough that you're going to see my hand, certainly if I'm not really careful. So I just got to be a little cognizant of it. I expect that if I hold it this way, probably be a little easier. And is the orientation correct? So a quick pull out of my pocket and take a quick look at something. That's pretty nice. So a quick pull out of my pocket and take a quick look at something. That's pretty nice. And this is a quick pull it out of my pocket and get a little POV. The Pantages Theater, and right across is the metro station. Just doing a little test on the microphone as the camera is faced away from me, and also as we go from light into a interior shot. So this is something also that I thought would be really nice for this tiny little camera. I kind of like getting little shots like that. So I'm not convinced this is a very flattering angle. A lot of wind right now. See how that is. And of course it's facing away from me. Come over here with a lot of wind and me facing right at the camera and the mic. There's always a lot of wind in this plaza. Well, that was my typical journey to work. So really no more shooting until after work. As I put my backpack through the security system at work, the camera turned itself on. That's something that I'm going to have to be a little more cognizant of. Look at that. An empty city walk. I'm about to step onto Hollywood Boulevard. It's 11:40 at night. Hollywood and Vine. A little scary. Looks okay tonight, not too bad. Got some screamers over there. This is the Frolic Room. This is where the stagehands will often go after a show. Well, the low light performance is not terrible. It's really noisy, of course, but not too bad. So obviously, as I walk in front of the this market here, that's very well lit. Looks okay. But then as we turn onto my street, now we're going into, sort of your typical Hollywood neighborhood. Let's walk out into the middle of the street, see what it looks like. Yeah, it's pretty noisy, but I don't know, you can see okay. I don't think it's worse than the GoPro. Well, I'm back. I gotta say that all in all, I'm very happy with this little camera. Now, I am going to be using it only as a vlogging camera. I'm not going to use it for any action. I mean, I'm not a surfer. I don't ride. I don't take it when I ride my bike. Any of that. This is just a review as a vlogging camera, and it's pretty good. I especially like the little camera with that I can take just this and walk around with it. It with the the magnet on the back, it sticks to anything metal. I can put it in all kinds of interesting places. The battery life was good. I used it all day yesterday, and I used barely half of the battery. So the thing that I'm unclear about is the orientation lock. Now, I don't know if you can see it well with the exposure the way it is, but it's the little button that's right here. So right now, this is lock orientation on. So when I pull it out of the action pod, it stays. This is one thing that I do really like, is that I can, even when it's out of the mode, I can still um, monitor it on here if necessary. Now, when I turn this off, then I don't deal with it, but I think that's kind of nice. So this is something that I find really confusing still. Now, as I said, it has lock orientation on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the little camera on. There it is. As you can see, I have it horizontal. And when I turn it this way, that happens. When I turn it back, there we go. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to put it back into the action pod. I am going to now go to the orientation, and I'm going to turn the orientation off. Lock orientation is now off. So I'll pull it out again. It's another thing that's really good. This thing is locked in tight. I don't really have to worry about anything here. Okay, so now the lock orientation is off. Let me turn this on. So now it's on, horizontal. And then I'm going to turn it to vertical, and this happens. So I don't see a difference. There is no difference. So I'm confused about the lock orientation. I don't exactly know what it means. I'm going to have to look into it a little more. This is not really a technical review. This is just a review as a camera, and that's what I have found so far. Maybe as I go into it a little more, I'll try some other stuff and find some other things out about it that I really like or that I don't like. Overall, I really like this little Insta 360 GO3. I'm going to use it a lot when I travel. I'm going to use it mostly as a B camera. I'll be able to just use the little camera part, but I'm still going to use my GoPro with the Ulanzi. That is, yeah, really, that's a good. That is a good setup. It's a little more obtrusive than I like, and I will probably still carry the media mod with me for a lot of things because it's much more compact. But I think I'm going to be using this. Especially the like I say, especially the little camera, to be able to walk into, go into an airport, and have this be a little more unobtrusive. I like it. That is my review of the new camera. I think that's all I need.